We're doing the Goldilocks spread, which is too much, too little, just right. We will see, as always, that the cards tell us exactly what we need to hear. I'm making direct eye contact. Direct eye contact. Oh, 3 came out. What's the mystery one? Too much. Death. Okay. Period. Too much death. Too little. 5 of Cups. Ooh, interesting. That there is too much death, but there is not enough actual attention being paid to the emotionality of it all. Like the 5 of Cups is a very sad card. Like it's a feeling of loss and grief. And the Rider-Waite, it's like the spilled milk sort of thing. Like the 3 cups are spilled and the 2 behind the figure are the ones being ignored. So it's sort of that annoying adage of there's always a silver lining. But it's true. Yeah, too much death, not enough 5 of Cups, not enough actual allowing yourself to be sad, allowing yourself to cry over spilled milk. There's too little of the emotional expression of that. And then just right, we have the Knight of Swords, and what is this? The 8 of Cups. Interesting. So there's definitely a journey being made. Knights on the horseback indicate travel, movement, change. And the 8 of Cups in particular is also a card of moving on, of like trying to make the pieces fit over and over. Trying to like flip the script in your head, trying to make it work. And ultimately moving on from it, that realizing that the formations that you will be able to create in that situation, in that environment, in that relationship, as you try over and over and over again to try and make it work, are not the ultimate final destination for you and the journey you're on right now. That was a piece of it, but that's not the final. So you trying to make things puzzle fit together, this sort of like square peg in a round hole thing. A round peg in a square hole? Well, a hole's not a square. I mean, a hole could be a square. And then the Knight of Swords, which is travel and movement, but with the swords, it's the mental realm. So there's a shift that has to be made mentally in order to allow this emotionality, this rawness to come through. That something sort of has to be cut away and hacked away at. Something has to be cleared from the mind. A story has to be released. A belief system has to be exchanged. Perhaps around death, you know, that death doesn't allow for emotion. And maybe it's that. Maybe that's the journey overall. The 8 of Cups is the moving on from that. He's got his little pack and his walking stick, and he's like, deuces, I'm out of here. I tried to make this work. The myriad of possible arrangements of cups with only 8 cups is ultimately not the final resolution. Everything builds to that final 10 before starting back over with the new spirit of the aces. So 8s, it's like, and yeah, it is heartbreaking that you got this far and figured out that it didn't work. But the Knights also indicate that you have more freedom to research and experiment and try new things. The Knights have not ascended to the throne yet. They're not the queen or the king yet. They are still sort of a proxy for what their suit believes in. Something has to be changed mentally. That has to be transformed, I think, in order for the emotional processing to come through. Like, before you move on, before you get over, I'm not even showing you the cards, I'm looking over here. Before you can get over it, right, you actually have to process it. And this is saying that there's too little of this being expressed. Too much overall death, endings, transformations, catastrophes. You know, it's the winter of the human spirit. Everything dies off so that we can nourish everything when the spring comes back around. But it means things have to die. And you have to feel it in order to get over it. And you have to change your mental story. You know what I'm talking about. Don't deny it.